Hey, Westside Family Church, Casey here, and it is a privilege, and I am so excited to introduce you to our new counseling director, Miss Patty Cogswell. And Patty, it is so good to have you on our team and a part of our church family. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And we wanted to give you, as our church family, just an opportunity to get to know Patty a little bit more and to help you understand a little bit more of what we're about ready to embark as we begin to build a foundation for a thriving, healthy, and robust counseling ministry that can serve primarily our church family at first and then provide a way in the future to serve our cities. And so we wanted to just get some time together with you. And so tell us a little bit about Patty Cogswell and a little about your family. Do you mind telling us a little bit about who you are and your family?
Absolutely. Like you already said, I'm Patty Cogswell. I've been married for 19 years and counting to Dan.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we have two kids. We have a 15-year-old daughter and then an 11, almost 12-year-old son. And then a dog. We're a dog family.
Oh, okay. What kind of dogs? Dog or dogs?
Dog right now. The rest of the Cogswells would like another dog.
Okay.
It's not the right time yet.
I'm kidding. You can give in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they have to convince me first.
Good.
But we have an Australian poodle mix. Aussie Poo, Aussie Doodle, whatever you feel like calling her, but she's pretty great.
Good. Well, I appreciate knowing that. Now, your kids in sports and things like that, you've told me a little bit about that. So you played the full-time mom role.
Yes.
And you and Dan are just all over the place with that as well. So
we do a lot of sports, specifically soccer, competitive soccer, but softball, flag football, basketball.
Now, how long have you lived in the Kansas City area?
Lived here a couple different times. We moved back here about 8 years ago from Springfield, Missouri, but I graduated on the Missouri side from Park Hill High School, so lived here a little bit before.
Well, you've been going to church, and you're part of a Restore Community Church, which are great friends of ours.
Yes.
And you guys were you guys have had a long history with them. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit how you guys serve there and what your guys' role is there at Restore?
Absolutely. We actually moved back to the area 8 years ago, or a little over 8 years ago, because my husband Dan took a role as the executive pastor at the church. Since then, we've been small group leaders, helped in the info center on the First Impressions team. One of my current roles is to help lead both the leaders and the classes with the emotionally healthy spirituality and relationship classes. So we've been in a few kind of different
Well, that's
things there.
great. Well, I appreciate that. We love Restore, and that we consider them like a sister church. We partner in a lot of church planning efforts together. And so grateful that you have a beautiful role in making disciples over there in that way. So we want to get to know you just a little bit. So what's a book you've recently read that you've enjoyed?
Okay. Well, one of the books that came to mind was, I'm a big fan of Kristen Hanna, and she writes kind of some just on topic, does kind of the history behind things. And one of her big ones, I believe it came out this year or at the end of last year, was called The Women. And it's specifically about women who served in the Vietnam War.
Oh, wow.
And so that one I really enjoyed. It was really hard to read in moments too. It's a lot of stuff I didn't understand, just wasn't privy to that information before. So it's a lot
there's something
to
to add to the book list right there.
Yeah.
Well, I got another one. Okay, so if you were going to go and knock out a bucket list vacation destination spot, what one would you, or what's one of your bucket list destination spots?
Yeah. Besides all over Europe.
All over Europe. So
I was
anywhere.
Just sick sometimes.
So Dan, anywhere on this part of the map?
Exactly.
Okay.
But specifically Italy. I was born in Italy, but don't remember any of it. So I joke with him about taking me back there sometime as well, and eating all the pasta and drinking the espresso and seeing all the wonderful architecture and just having a good time.
Well, that'd be great. Well, whenever you get that opportunity, definitely let us see the pictures.
Okay.
Okay. All that. So if you, what's the last thing you had on your Spotify playlist or your iTunes playlist?
I'm not very good about listening to music at all. So it's whatever probably my kids dialed up, which I don't know at that time what that
So do they have like a specific desire, or a genre that they listen to? Like, what do they desire to listen to?
They're kind of all over. My daughter was in a country phase for a while, and she's kind of out of it. My husband's really into the new music that comes out on Apple Music every Friday, so we listen to whatever that is. Okay. So we like lots of different things.
Well, good. Okay, now, counseling. You went to school for this. So what led you to go into this counseling and get your clinical psychology degree? Like, what was the genesis behind this?
Absolutely. It didn't start there originally. Okay. I started out as a math major in college. I really like solving puzzles, and then I thought maybe I'd be a school counselor, and then that went into just straight counseling and clinical psychology because I really like understanding how the brain works. I've always enjoyed encouraging people and kind of was a peer mediator is what, there was a peer counseling group in high school, and just that was a really natural fit. And then doors just opened and really started going down the counseling journey.
So you really like solving puzzles?
I do.
That's great. I don't.
I do.
I think I've told our people that.
There's one way to solve a puzzle, and you have to do the border first.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not the puzzle guy.
Wow.
So, in all of this, what excites you? Like, as you are now coming on board, we're about ready to start creating the foundation in the future. What excites you as you think about what's in store?
Well, I'm immediately excited to be part of a family that's been praying over counseling and praying over this opportunity for the community. Obviously, I'm pro mental health, I'm pro Jesus, so I love when the church and the community really establish that well. Excited just to be a part of that.
Well, we are excited to have you here.
Thank you.
And I know you all will be excited to meet Patty whenever you get the opportunity to do so. She will be working immediately from our church offices, and we're excited about having the opportunity to see what God does as He restores people and uses your giftedness, uses the resources that we have and the gospel of Jesus to see life change happen from the inside out.
Absolutely.
And that's what this vision has always been. And our team is here to support you, and our church family is wanting to support you. And one of the ways that we're going to do that is we're going to begin praying and continue to pray. We've been praying for a while, but I encourage our church family, continue to pray as we launch this ministry and we take the time to build the foundations. Also, if you would like to get in touch with Patty, I want to let you know that you can go to our care page at westside.leavenworth.com/care. If you are in a place that you want to talk and you need to set up a time to have some counseling, or you need to talk with somebody, it may not need to talk with Miss Patty, but you can maybe talk with one of our care pastor or someone else on staff. We would love to connect with you, but you can go to our Westside Family Church website or westside.leavenworth.com/care. You can also email Patty or our counseling ministry at counseling@westside.leavenworth.com. And so, Patty, we're so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Any last words you want to give us?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, I've been wanting to do this all time, so I had my little cards with my my notes, but I want to do the David Letterman. You guys remember David Letterman?
Like the top 10?
Yeah. Boom. I hope that worked out really good.
Nice.